My fans, don't be afraid on what you are seeing on the board. We are asked to evaluate 6 factorial minus 5 factorial all over 4 factorial. Now, what you should know in this particular question is that you are seeing factorial. And what is the meaning of factorial? Now, I'm going to explain to you the meaning of what factorial. Now, if you have 3 factorial, it means multiplying from 3 down to 1. Now, if you have 4 factorial, it means multiplying from 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Now, that is the meaning of this word, mathematical term that you're seeing here. Don't forget that each mathematical term has its word meaning and the way that it is used to solve. Now, how do we solve this question that we have here? We have here 6 factorial minus 5 factorial all over 4 factorial. Now, the simplest way you can solve this, because if I allow you now, you will do this down to 1, you do this one down to 1, do this one down to 1, and then you still arrive at the same answer with me. So what you are going to be doing here is you'll be shortening it, making it to be in the same word number or in the same variable. Now you have here 6 factorial. You can simplify it as 6 multiplied by 5 factorial. Since you have 5 factorial here, just stop at 5 factorial on this part and put over 4 factorial. Now that you have arrived at this term, you have here 5 factorial is in common, here 5 factorial is in what? Common. You will figure it out, you factor it out, and then what remains here is 6. And then 5 factorial divided by 5 factorial, you have what? 1 all over 4 factorial. Now, at this point in time, now you see that 6 will what? Subtract what? 1. And then we'll be left with 5 factorial all over 5 over 4 factorial. Now, we are going to be what? Drafting this factorial term to be in this term, which we, as we earlier did here, we went from 6 factorial down to 5 what? Factorial, and then factorial out 5 factorial. Now, what you'll be doing now is what? 5 multiply by 4 factorial. You stop there because that is where you want to stop. You can do it down to what? Down to 1, but you want to stop at 4 factorial. Now, open bracket 5 all over 4 factorial. You see that in the numerator and the denominator, you have 4 factorial in common. You cancel it. And what remains here is 5 and what? 5. Therefore, 5 times 5 will give us 25. See that this is the easiest method that you can use to evaluate this kind of question. I hope you understand. Bye bye.